Hey guys, you here, aka G-Unit. So this is going to be my first time doing a 40-minute commentary or 39 minutes. So for those of you that enjoy watching competitive gameplay footage, feel free to stick around. If you're not interested, then exit the video, it's up to you. But I wanted to make this commentary because, well, first of all, I forgot to record our voices with the live reactions, which I should have, because that would have been even more epic than what you're about to see or witness during this video. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but this video is going to consist of 3 full matches. It went to the final map, which is why it's 3 full matches, or 3 full gameplays from the maps we played. So as I said, it went down to the final map, and there was a 44 GB variant SnD only, and you know, there's only a very few maps selected for this game type, or you know, this competitive playlist for GB variant SnD. So even though these maps are the smallest from the game, they still, you know, have a lot of spots that you can sit in to you know, pick your kills and stuff and whatnot. And so yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about, you know, the competitive scene in general, sort of the transition from Black Ops 2 to Call of Duty Ghosts so far, what I think and what sort of things you need to expect, and my opinions on it so far, of what Infinity Ward have done for Call of Duty Ghosts competitive from Black Ops 2, of how well, you know, Treyarch did for their game. And overall, I'm disappointed with the competitive scene, which is expected. For those of you out there, they're probably wondering why I'm disappointed. Well, first of all, it's gone downhill simply because they've removed the main playlist from what we love the most from Black Ops 2 when it comes to competitive. When it came to competitive, we had League Play, obviously, with consisting Search and Destroy up to 6 rounds, Capture the Flag, and Hardpoint. That's completely gone. You know, that's one thing which I was extremely disappointed about. So I was, you know, questioning the future of our team and the competitive of where it's going to go. And so we decided to actually, you know, play a bit of 4v4 GB variant to see where that will get us on the PlayStation 3. And surprisingly for me, even for me and our team, we were, holy crap, we're currently #1 on the PS3 EU ladder. We haven't lost a game yet. I think 10 games and 0 losses, so 10 wins and 0 losses. So we're currently flawless. And no other team at the moment have, you know, are on 10-0 at the moment. One of the teams that we beat, who are currently 9-0, disputed against our win. We kind of smashed them on the final map, 4-1, and we've got all sorts of proof for that on my second channel on Shaggy the Russia. So we're still waiting for that to kick in, because we're not a premium team, so we need to wait for that. So this is a 39-minute commentary, so I'm going to cover everything slowly, so I don't want to just talk fast and spit everything out in one go, just like my usual commentaries and a 10-minute commentary. So yeah, we're currently 10-0, and we've had so many intense games, and that's what you're going to get in Call of Duty Ghosts. Just because in GB variant 4v4 SnD on this game, in Call of Duty Ghosts, it goes up to 4 rounds, and every round is 2 minutes 30 seconds, which could be an annoying thing for those of you that are making a transition towards this set of rules from Black Ops 2, where it was up to 6 rounds and every round was 1 minute 30 seconds. Overall, sort of general rules are the same when it comes to bomb plants, defuse time, and all sorts of, you know, all that sort of little thing, you know, not being able to use flak jacket, aka blast shield in this game, and attack mast and whatnot, which you cannot use. So that's the one thing, you know, that's the same, but the only difference is the round limit and the round timer for each round. So that, in my opinion, I don't know, it's kind of weird, because this is only making it more campy every round, which, you know, is going to be more sweaty, in other words. So you're basically playing for picks at the start of the round. If you're defense or attack, you're playing for picks. So you're going to be really, really passive. See, in Black Ops 2, right, in competitive and Search and Destroy, in GB variant or whatever, you can have one player just rushing out by himself and get an ace very easily. But in this game, you can't do that. If you rush out into the open, or even from the flanks by yourself, without a teammate next to you to trade off, you're bound to die. Even if you get one pick, you're gonna get traded off, or you're gonna get killed. So it's gonna be a 3v3 situation most of the time. So it's very, very important. On this game, you're sticking together with at least one person, so it's 2x2s but close to each other, to trade off. That's the number one priority for game battles on Call of Duty Ghosts, because as you know, freaking a whole round is 2 minutes 30 seconds. Goodness me, man. But the reason why I'm posting this game today, I wanted to first of all say this was one of, I think, yeah, this was one of our recent games. Yeah, our latest game battles match. So, you know, as we are 10-0, we obviously won, but I'm not going to show you how I'm not going to tell you how we won, sorry, because the way we won, let's put it this way, was just inspirational. I mean, most teams would have given up, but we kept strong. We kept, you know, one of the things about a team is that we always seem to take it to the final map. Majority of our games so far from the 10 games we've played, and it's always been so close, you know, those final round sort of games, and it's really weird, but we always somehow manage to make it, you know. We somehow just manage to dig it through. Our communication is spot on. Like, we're a really strong team, but we also choke many times as well in unnecessary situations. To make us even better, I think, you know, obviously winning 2 maps, you know, 2-0 straight away would be the best option, but you can't really ask much on this game because any team that you go against can be good because of how open these maps are with so many spots available. So your decision making needs to be spot on and the communication needs to be spot on. So my question is, what's the future for Call of Duty Ghosts competitive? And at the moment it seems a bit bland because the only thing really, you know, there is for competitive playlist is domination and blitz with search and destroy, which I am absolutely sort of, in a way, disappointed and mad and sort of angry at why Infinity Ward went downhill with competitive. You know, I suppose, yeah, they did focus a lot more on public games, but the sort of general feel to Call of Duty has changed quite significantly with players being able to die within 2 bullets or getting dropped really fast, in other words, which is something that one of the main reasons why people actually haven't bought this game or sort of sold the game back to the retailers, because of the fact that you can die so fast, and it's something that people can't seem to get used to. I personally, you know, at this moment, I don't give a shit anymore. Like, the only reason why I'm playing this game is for competitive, if I suppose somewhat of a competitive scene at this moment. There's not much to it, you know. Only thing, as I said, right now, as of yet, you know, it's only GB variant rules out there. You know, there's going to be soon a 4v4 domination, and that itself is just completely useless in my opinion. It just makes no sense for me personally when it's 4v4 and you're expecting that, you know, each team to coordinate in domination together. It's completely boring. I mean, I understand it was there in the previous Call of Duties before Black Ops 2, but that didn't make the, you know, the community didn't really enjoy that. If you the excitement wasn't there, if you get what I'm saying. The excitement and the sort of the intensity and the feel of how it was in Black Ops 2 isn't there anymore. You know, like league play, you know how close these matches were. You know, search and destroy, capture the flag. These are now the main sort of game types there were for players to enjoy. So I don't know why Infinity Ward did not incorporate that, and why they removed capture the flag and changed it to an alternate game type, Blitz, called Blitz. And this is something that I absolutely hate. Alright, so I played Blitz in the public game. I haven't played it competitively yet. The only thing I've played so far is 4v4 scrims, domination, and this pretty much, game battles. So Blitz, I was playing it in public match. I tried. Oh shit! I dropped my phone. I tried a few games with it, and it was absolutely atrocious. And I'm not sure if they're gonna bring out a patch for it, but it was insane. So our whole team rotated around to the circle, which we need to step inside on the on the opposite side of the opposite team, and then the other team did the same. And all it was, literally, every time we go into the circle, we spawn back on the circle. And it was first 8. Obviously, it's going to be different for competitive rules, but that was completely ridiculous. Now I can understand. Believe what they might do for competitive blitz is that they might have 5-second delay, just like how domination is. They've got a 5-second delay every time you die. I'm not sure if that's official, but from the scrims I've played so far, every time we've played 4v4 domination, we played with the delay. Every time we respawn delay 5 seconds. But yeah, so where was I? Competitive at the moment is very bland. It's very kind of meh. You know, am I really playing this? But yeah, I'm only playing for the win. Obviously, that's the whole point of our team. We work really well together. Our communication spot on. Unfortunately, this first map here, we did end up losing. I was live streaming it at first, and I realized that these guys were watching my stream, so I wasn't too sure if they were stream watching. But from this case, or from this situation here, is a 2v, I believe a 3v2 situation, and for some bloody reason, we ended up choking. Now, I wasn't sure. I thought at first I was in a pretty good spot, but it ended up being a really sort of an open spot that the player was able to take me out from. You will notice how he does this is absolutely ridiculous. Now I can hear a lot of footsteps, alright? And I can see Westar was at B-bomb on the top right corner of the map at this very moment. So I thought he's got that covered. So surely, how can that player, I do not see right there, take me out? It's unreal. Don't know how he managed to get that. And Dowski also gets picked off, and now it's up to Westar in the 1v2 situation. We managed to choke this. And you'll notice this, right? Look at this. Westar takes this player out. It's one shot. He cooks a nade, and he tries to run, and just as he turns around the corner, he died. I personally think he shouldn't have cooked the nade and should have just immediately ran off, because the person did not have enough time to plant the bomb. So that was the first map, I believe, on Fright, and things weren't looking good. The guys that we were going against were, I believe the record was 2 wins and 2 losses. And as I said, in Call of Duty Ghosts, it doesn't matter what your record is, alright? If you're planning to play game battles, no matter if the team is 0-4, they can still be good, because it's so easy to choke on this game. It's all about being patient, all about your decision making, and not making reckless moves, because as I said, 2 minutes 30 seconds, anyone can play this game, anyone can be good at it, as long as you have the patience and your decision making spot on, and you can work well with your team. And if you guys are up for that, by all means do so, but expect to be melted real quick in these competitive games if you make a mistake. One little mistake is so hard to recover from, especially in GB variant. I mean, maybe you could have done that easily on Black Ops 2, but on this game, goodness me. Alright, so we're moving on to Strike Zone for the second map. We had to win this game, otherwise we would end up losing 2-0 on the series. I get taken out at this spot. I thought Westar had this covered. I thought he'd get the pick. He actually did end up getting the pick. So that's unfortunate for me. I'm not going to do that again. And it's all about learning from your mistakes. It's very important that each and every person has an individual role to do in Search and Destroy GB variant, and we've got that sort of secured down as a team ever since we sort of talked our tactics through, sort of playing the game battles or sort of the GB matches and not really scrimming. And this has worked out well for us. You know, individually we've worked out what we wanted to do, what we're looking at. Especially on this map, you need to have one person, if you're defending, to look at archers at all time, which is the thing that I was looking at the start before I died. I saw one person there. I challenged him, got a bunch of hit markers, and I failed to get him. But then I ended up getting killed from the dome, or the B building near the B bomb at their spawn, which one person should be looking at from a head glitch. So you need to have 2 people at B, which is very important because that's an easy bomb to get to. I mean, you also have A as well, which is quite easy to get to from both sides, because sort of equal distance, but suppose quicker to get to A and to get easier A control as a team. But it's very risky because you only have sort of one entrance as you're getting into, because you need to have one person you can see secure in the middle to block them from going towards the mid-hole kitchen. It's called the kitchen. We've already got our call-outs sorted out as well, which was very important. The call-outs were, we figured out ourselves, and we seem to be doing well at the moment. We're sort of familiar with what is what around the map, and we basically have one person at A-bomb defending that. You can sit behind one of the pillars and easily do that. But yeah, on attack, what our team strat is quite simple. Straight A push, no stopping, no turning back, straight A push. Sometimes, you know, you can get caught out if you get stunned, but you need to go from the far right to avoid that stun, and you should be able to get a few picks from this. And we're really good at pushing A. You know, it is quite narrow at this point, and you know, we do it pretty well as a team. Yeah, I don't know, you know, it's all up to it's all down to communication really on this game, more than individual skill. So no matter what your score is, you know, as long as you get those 1 or 2 important kills, you're doing well as a team. You're not really playing for kills, you're playing together to get trade-offs, rather than, you know, as I said, individual sort of gun skill and whatnot. Your gun skill needs to be there, but obviously you can melt someone so quick, effortlessly in this game. I wanted to say something. Yeah, so here's the thing with our current team. The strongest player at this moment on our team for this game is Dautsky, by far. You'll notice what he would do in this game in particular. He goes huge, and this is not the only game, this is not the only match where he does that. He does that consistently in the previous games that we played, from the 10 games of game battle matches that we've played so far. I must admit, personally, I'm the weakest from the team. I'm sort of the vocalist at this moment, and sort of the guy that sort of pumps up the team, and sort of the hype guy in a sense. And you've got Garung, who's the soloist, who does most of the pushes first on attack and on sort of supposedly defense, but not, you know, you're not supposed to really do on defense, but it's really situational. So we got Garung as Iqua's Ghost. So Iqua's Ghost is our sort of a slayer in a sense, but in GB terms, which is kind of hard to explain. But he's sort of the person that makes the first decisions of what to do. He usually gets the first picks as well. And Westar is more or less same as me. We're playing it passive. Me and him are sort of partnered together, doing our duties at B bombs, or mostly together when we push out. And sometimes we switch as well when it comes to situations. But it really is working together in twos, but sticking together overall as well. At this moment, I shouldn't have made this push. It was really, really stupid. I saw that Westar got picked off at B-bomb. I thought I can push from middle and go towards archers, but then I got picked off through the middle, and it was down to Darsky to go big. But unfortunately, it was way too much to ask from him. It was 1v4, I believe, so we did end up losing this particular round. But as I said, we had to win this game, which we did. Obviously, as I said, there's 3 gameplays fully in this video, so I'm not going to say how we won it. As I said, Darsky goes huge. But yeah, so far from the, you know, sort of throughout the 10 game battles matches we've played, each and every single one of us made some plays. That's all I can say. You know, as I said, I am the weakest in the team, but I've made a few plays there and then to end up winning a game that was crucial at the time or in the situation from the previous matches. But from overall performance wise, I've struggled the most from the transition towards Call of Duty Ghosts from Black Ops 2, as I've only started competitive in Black Ops 2, and I did not play Modern Warfare 3 at all. If you remember, that's sort of the time when I quit playing Call of Duty, when Modern Warfare 3 came out, because I completely disliked the game and the overall graphics after sort of Modern Warfare 2 era, you know, and Black Ops 1. So yeah, you know, Black Ops 2 is something that I was really, really familiar with, and I still am. You know, I still go back on that on my Xbox 360, but just to test out my SCUF controller, because that's it, really, that is it. But, you know, the only thing that keeps our team going and we keep winning, even from the situations that we most likely, you know, sort of probably should not be in, you know, we always somehow end up losing first map for some reason and making the second map so tense for ourselves. And then you'll notice also, most of the times on the final map, we also sometimes choke, but we always manage to bring it back. And that's always the main thing about team play, is that you should never give up when you're actually playing, and even no matter what sort of situation you're in. Even if you're 3 rounds down, you're still able to, you know, bring it back for the team. We've done that many times in the past from the 10 games that we've played. There were so many games where we could have lost quite easily, but we kept our composure, and the communication was spot on with every single decision that we made. So if, for example, if one person was going to push up into a particular room, for example, into this A room, we will call that out. I'm pushing in, so push in with me afterwards to trade off. And that's sort of the thing that we do every single time. The communication needs to be spot on this game. as I said, because you get melted so quickly, and it's so easy to evade a situation after killing someone that you would never know where they're gone. And if you do end up getting the first pick, most likely you should win that round if you're 4v3 and you're 4 people up in your team. And if it's the other way around and it's 3v4, it's extremely difficult to come back and get a pick after, you know, from the other team, because what the other team will do is gather up and you know, just wait it out, because 2 minutes 30 seconds, as you can see, this is the first round that Dowski goes big. He ends up getting a 2v1 supposedly, and yeah, he's absolutely huge. He picked up the bomb from A, went all the way around to B, planted it there. The other team thought that he was going to plant it at A, so that's huge plays coming down from Dowski. Now it's 2-2, second map, you know, 2 more rounds left. You know, it's sort of questionable at this moment our psychological state at this very point, was that, you know, we got to try something different to win this game. That's the only way. So me and Gorong, or me and Aqua's Ghost, went out there and just YOLO'd it on defense, which is something that you really sort of, you know, is questionable when to do that and when not to. Sometimes you got to switch it up, you know, you got to trick your opponents, and we ended up, you know, taking this route, because, you know, you got to take risks. You can't really keep doing the same thing. Switch it up, you know, shock your opponents. And we ended up getting an advantage for our side. We got, I believe, a 2v2 situation. But here's the thing. It's so easy. You'll notice that our team chokes so much. Just the way, like, we just get picked off after getting 2 easy kills. So I believe it was a 4v2 situation, or 4v3. And actually, yeah, it was a 4v2 situation. And then it turned into a 2v2 situation, because Aqua's Ghost and Westar got picked off. So it's down to me and Dowski. Now check. This is another round where Dowski actually goes huge. Now, watch this. I'm sitting prone, trying to keep my eye on B-bomb. But I was so poor with my reactions here. And one of the problems for me is that it's so hard for me to see people. Like, just generally, the characters, right? It's so hard to see just because of the poor color scheme that this game has. Infinity Ward has put in. By the way, you can see Dowski kills the bomb planter. And what you'll notice, you know, it was a 2v1 situation. First, look at this. Oh my goodness me. Now that right there, if I recorded a reaction, your ears would have just blown up. Literally. This was the biggest round he has ever had in his career for Call of Duty Ghost so far. That was a 2v1. Alright, and that sort of was a turn on in a sense. The hip fire, those bullets registered amazingly. That's all I gotta say. Bloody hell. 2v1, killed a bomb planter, saw the dude run into B building, assumed that he'd still be in there, but ended up pushing out early. Bang, straight kill. That right there just got my adrenaline up. And we said to ourselves, you know what, let's seal this out, let's not choke this. Quick A push. And you see what Aqua's Ghost, you know, he just goes big, he just rushes out there. Gets a first pick. Dowski gets another pick. It's a 4v2 situation. Surely we cannot choke this. We said to ourselves, you know what? Get into A. It's clear. Everybody get your, you know, everybody get your spots. Everybody look at every single entrance possible. I was looking through kitchen mid hole. This is kitchen mid hole. One person looking at flank. One person looking at door. One person planting the bomb. How could we possibly choke? So we ended up winning by simply, you know, Aqua's Ghost going out and challenging, and I get the final kill to make it 4-2. For the second map. So it's 1-1 now. It's best out of 3. Going to the final map. Whoever wins the final map will win the series 2-1. And as I said, this was our 10th game. At this moment, we were 9-0 with our GB record. We were one at the time, number 1 in the PS3 ladder. We still are. You know, as we're 10-0, as I've already said. So it came down to the final map on Octane. All right. So we got somewhat of a momentum from coming back after the loss from the first map. So we should, you know, be confident in our gunfights and our decision making as a team to see what we can do. But you just see what happens or what goes wrong during this game on Octane. Octane is quite an interesting map with the designs of the A and B bomb. And you notice that I believe I'm using the Remington. The Remington is my favorite assault rifle for GB variant. Just because at all sorts of range, it's just perfect. No recoil whatsoever. Some people would like to use the SC. It's completely up to you in preference. Sometimes I like to use the FAD as well, FAB or whatever it's called. Because the FAB Sort of reminds me of the Type 25 and the P90 mixed together, sort of the hybrid, and it's got a sort of SMG feel to it, but it's got a shit ton of recoil, which is not the greatest for long range battles, which is important that you hit every single bullet at the target you're shooting in a gunfight. As I've said many times before, you're gonna get melted so quickly. So yeah, at this moment, you know, I personally, I don't know. It's weird, man, playing GB variant, but it's much more slow paced compared to Black Ops 2. In Black Ops 2, 1 minute 30 rounds, you have to make your decisions faster. It goes up to 6 rounds, and it's quite difficult to make a comeback. But on this game, it goes up to 4 rounds, and it's 2 minutes 30 seconds. Like, really, it's way too. It's I don't know. It's just asking too much from a good team in a sense. If you're a good team and you're going against quite a, you know, sort of an average team, the average team can easily beat you. That's the thing. It's all about who chokes first in situations, and you know, who can actually bring it back in a 2v4 situation. Sometimes that can happen because, you know, it's really easy to come back in this game with even if you're a lot of players on your team are down in this particular round, and you say, for example, you need to plant a bomb, but there's still 2 minutes left and you got 2 guys down on the team. But in those 2 minutes, you can easily communicate together to get easy picks. So even if it's a 2v4 situation, you can still easily win a round if you're on offense, you know. Because people on defense quite often sit in one spot, and if you can spot that, and if you can see it, then if you can see a play, you know, you're not gonna see people stuck together in GB variant, especially on defense, because you got to get cut-off points. And you know, as I said, if you can get 1 or 2 picks as you're rotating towards a particular bomb, then you can easily change your mind and choose a different bomb if you want, because you got a lot of time to work with. So, you know, that's the one thing that I personally dislike about this game. But then again, it could be a good thing, because it keeps it equal, and it's sort of I don't know, can really test out your patience in a sense, that really improve it. And this is, we found so many dirty spots. I'm quite sure most people have, but we found it, you know, during our first few games from these maps, and we were able to use that for advantage against certain teams that were really good as a team. But when it came to the knowledge, map knowledge and awareness for the map, they were quite poor, especially with their communication. A lot of teams have poor communication with that we've played against so far. But you know, it's all about sealing out a game. You know, if you're 3-0 up, you know, you can still choke a game and lose 4-3. So you should never be secure. You should never ever be off your game. You should always try hard for every single round in GB variant, because anything can go. The situation can change so quick, it's unreal. You got 2 minutes 30 seconds every single round. You know how much time that is? That is, I'm not even exaggerating. That right there is just insane. Okay, at this point, check this out, alright? So it was a 3v2 situation for our team. I think it was a 4v2. I'm not sure actually. I made a stupid decision. I pushed out on defense like an idiot, and I shouldn't have done that. It didn't help the team at all. So 3v2. Now what you notice that right at this point on the top right, Iquis Ghost times out on one of the most important gunfights of his life, which could have made it 1-1 for us right now, but it ended up being 2-0. Okay, this got me so mad. It got me so mad because I'm dropping a donut right now, and yeah, it's really a piss take, because I thought he wasn't going to join back. You know, we're currently 9-0. You know, if we do end up losing this map, we end up losing the whole series 2-1, which would make us 9-1. So I'm thinking to myself, currently 3v4 at this very moment, and we're waiting for Iquis Ghost to join back. Darsky, I believe, invites him. We thought at first the lobby was closed, so people cannot join back again, but when he invites someone personally, you can still join. So he ended up joining for the next round. I get naded, I'm one shot, I'm pushing back. I don't want to get killed, and if that stun hit me, I would have died. I was heavily one shot. Yes, stuns do kill you in this game. And yeah, so we're 2-0 down, and knowing that we should have been 1-1 from the previous round, Darsky and Westar and me are currently going against 4 other players. We're just trying to find some picks right now with on defense. And look at this. It was this right there. That right there pissed me off so much. I couldn't even see the player, you know. I probably should have pushed back, which is, you know, the smartest thing to do in a situation like that. But what can I say? It was frustrating at the time. Currently 0-3, and it was, you know, well, there we have it. You know, it's 1v3 now. Darsky end up picking up one person, but you know, when you have a person timing out, or for whatever reason, it's really tough because there's nothing you can do about it. And now we're currently 3-0, one round away from losing the whole game. Alright, one round away from losing the whole damn game. Okay, so after all we've been through from the previous round, from Darsky's huge clutches, would it have been worth it if we lost? Or if we were to lose from knowing that? Oh, hell no. So what we did, obviously Iquis Ghost joins back. He couldn't play the previous one, obviously, because we were playing before he joined. But he joined as the round, you know, during the round, so he had to wait, spectate. Now he's back. So it came down to the comeback. Can we do it? That's the question. Is the comeback possible? So I'm currently dropping a donut 0-3, not helping the team at all. But I was still hyping the team up regardless. No matter how bad you're doing, the biggest tip I can give you is to help the rest of the players vocally, as it's always about hype. You'll notice this, right? It was a 1v2 situation at this moment. There was huge gunfights going on, and Darsky gets a huge kill. West Dog Iquis Ghost gets picked up. I'm planting the bomb. I was told to plant the bomb. I backed away because I was getting shot at. Darsky managed to kill the dude on that head glitch on the top with one bullet remaining on his ammunition clip for this gun. And look at that, his aim. That's just ridiculous. The kill cams on this game is horrible. When he spectate, another thing I wanted to say. When he spectate players, it's the worst thing ever. You cannot tell if they're getting hit markers or not from anything. Stuns, guns, grenades. It's ridiculous. It's horrible. I mean, and you can even do a 360 third person you know, sort of view if you're spectating a person. So say for example, you're the last one alive and your whole team can check every single corner for you while you're checking one direction, and there is no option for that in the menu when you're selecting the rules. That I think is completely stupid for search and destroy, and it makes no sense whatsoever for competitive. If you're on Skype or whatever, and even on your Xbox Live Party chat, you can easily communicate with your teammates and tell them where everyone is around you. That's another downside to this stupid rule, sort of stupid menus that Infinity Ward have put into place. I still don't understand why they did this for this game. They purposely focused on pub games for some reason. You know, pubs haven't been the greatest in the past, and some people would think pubs are still horrible in this game, you know. But I don't know what this focus target was for which sort of target audience. As I said, man, the competitive scene was blowing up. There was no reason to change anything, no reason to remove anything. I don't know. It's obviously two different sort of companies, Treyarch and Infinity Ward. They probably hate each other. I don't know. You know, whatever. Now at this moment, it is a 2v, I believe a 3v3 situation, okay? So, I had to do something. I'm currently on a 0-3. I was getting quite mad, you know, I was getting quite mad. We're 1-3 at the moment. I get this important pick, and I was like, holy shit, okay, so this dude knows I've been called out. Alright. So there's 2 guys left. Bang. I just knew it. That's the only way he could come up to kill me. That right there was just the biggest kill of my life. Straight up. The biggest kill of my career so far for Call of Duty Ghosts, because if I did not get that pick, it would have been a 2v2 situation. Right now it's a 3v1 situation. We know exactly where the player is. Bang. Where's Star goes for the knife? It's 3-2. Is the comeback possible? Obviously, because I mean, we are currently 10-0, but I suppose now you'd expect us to win 4-3, as they kind of choked 4 rounds in a row after this. It's kind of ridiculous in a sense, because this hasn't happened to us. This hasn't been like the only time where we've been 3-0 down. There's been many other games, or a couple other games where we've been 3-0 down the second map after losing the first map, and we came back 4-3 as well. It's insane. You know, sometimes we were 3-1 down, we came back 4-3 as well. So the amount of comebacks we've done is unacceptable in a way in which we should be dominating because we are a decent team, but we don't focus when it matters the most. I'm sorry, we don't focus at the start, but we focus when it matters the most. That's what I was trying to say. So at this moment, you know, someone dies first on our team, and this wasn't looking good on our side. You know, 3v4, and then it turned out to be 4v2, I believe. And at this moment, I was like, holy shit. Westar and Iqua's Ghost needs to go big. Westar gets a huge kill on top steps. Ghost backs off. He's one shot, and Westar makes a call like, don't worry, I got this. He goes for the kill. Bomb was planted on our side as we had to plant it. These guys went huge for the team. Just the Geo right there. Going huge on this round. 2v4. They managed to defend the bomb. And the important thing there was to keep moving. And Westar did the right thing. Pushing around. Getting a kill on a bomb diffuser. The last person was called out. And Aqua's Ghost get the kill. So now it's 3-3. Okay. 3-3. And we're hyped. Okay. Regardless of my personal score, I know that I've contributed to this game with some huge kills. So now, as long as you're not dropping a donut, you're doing something useful for your team. I mean, even if you're dropping a donut, as long as you're vocally contributing to the team or where the people are, then you're doing well. But anyway, try not to drop a donut, because I've done it once already in Call of Duty Ghost, and it's not the pleasant freaking sight, because you will end up having teammates keep referring back to it, and it can get a bit freaking annoying. But hey, the only reason why I dropped the donut on one of the games is because I wasn't focusing on it. That is not an excuse, but I was on Twitter arguing with some guy called XJaws. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, we managed to win that game anyway, so I suppose it didn't matter. But if we did lose, then I would have been mad at myself. So final round. This had to be the most intense. I'm telling you, the most intense round of our careers for Call of Duty Ghost so far. Okay, so it's 4v4. We got a defense side. They had to make a choice from B bomb to A. I completely regret not recording this live, because if you heard the reaction at the end, oh my god, it's like winning the Call of Duty Championships. I know we've not had experience and not even know how it would feel to win a Call of Duty Championships. But I'm just saying that sort of reaction you would get if someone would win, if they were to win the Call of Duty Championships. All right, so I see a dude, he kills Westar, and I get a trade off with him. So it's currently 3v3. Okay, so it is 3v3. Westar gets picked first. But it's a good thing I was right next to Westar and I saw exactly where the player was. I probably should have called out Westar, go away or something, but I wasn't too sure of my surroundings at that particular moment. So I'm sitting in this pretty awesome, nice little room. I knew that it was 3v3. There's no need for me to run about pointlessly. I knew that my back was covered. The only way they could come through is from this corridor I'm looking at. Dowski gets picked off. Is currently 2v3 situation. Okay. Iqua's Ghost gets a huge kill, is currently 2v2. So, it looked like they were going to A-bomb. I get sniped. And this right here, oh my goodness me. Ghost did the right thing. Timer ran out, they couldn't plant the bomb. We managed to win the round. 1v1. And Ghost goes huge with a kill here. Wow. Our reaction right there, we dropped the controllers and our hands were on our head and we were screaming. We won this game from 3-0 down to 4-3, and it all came down to no complaining, no moaning, complete focus and communication, and we did well, you know, just trade off. And for all the games we've played so far, with all 10 matches, one of the reasons why we've not lost is because of those things I just mentioned at the end. Keep communicating, play together as a team. No matter what sort of situation you're in, you're gonna do well. Now, as I've said, my personal opinions and thoughts for this game at this moment for competitive is it's just disappointing. It's gone downhill from Black Ops 2, and I don't know. Let me know what you guys think if you're from the competitive scene. Some people that I knew from the competitive scene from the previous game have sort of quit and gave up on Call of Duty Ghost. I can understand why. Domination 4v4 may not seem a bit appealing at all because of just the way the game type in. It's just so annoying playing that, because it is a new thing for us or our team as well. At the same time, the way other players play in the other team is ridiculous, because that's what you expect in competitive. Obviously, you're going for the win, so you got to do whatever it takes to go for the win. But where the maps are laid out, it's just unreal. So, yep, right now it's just complete frustration all around for competitive. But the positive signs is that we still have a future for competitive with our team. Our team is now called TeamPulse. We're planning to make a team page soon for YouTube, and you know, we do live streams every day for GBs. So if you're interested in that, check out my Twitch link in the description below, as well as my main page. You'll see the link there on the banner section on the top right. For any other social media links, you should also check out our description as well for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatnot. Stay updated with sort of Twitch and whatnot, especially with my Twitter, because my Twitter is directly linked towards my Twitch. So stay tuned for that. Every day we'll be doing GBs, grinding that out. So we're currently #1 for EU, and I think we deserve it. We played against some tough, sweaty teams with MLG ranks and top 100, 3200 and whatnot. My personal rank is 18,000 at the moment. You know, we're slowly gathering pro points. We're trying to keep ourselves within the top 8 for this season to go playoffs for next month and see how well we can do then, and keep this going. And hopefully the future looks bright for us at this moment. We can practice more for domination and blitz or whatever. Hopefully, you know, we just pray right now that they bring back something from the Treyarch games. So most likely not. But we did the world first commentary, 42-minute commentary for Call of Duty. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is my first sort of one-take commentary. I sort of spoke clearly, I try my best to speak clearly and quietly as so I can get out everything possibly from my mouth and from my head. I'm really tired right now. It is 3:25 a.m. in the morning. Oh, sorry, at night, midnight, whatever. So yeah, that was our recent game. There's gonna be more games like this. So if you love to watch intense shit like this, it may feel a bit campy and boring for you guys, but if you're actually playing competitively, 4v4 GB Rarent, it's so tense. It's so easy to choke. And that's the one thing you need to watch out and practice on, you know, dealing with pressure. And one of the best players on our team right now is Darsky at doing that. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Hope you guys enjoyed. Any questions, any discussions, feel free to let me know in the comments below with your thoughts so far for competitive, for Call of Duty Ghost, if you're taking part or if you're doing that for this game, and what you think from the transition from Black Ops 2 and Treyarch. And why do you think they went downhill, or in other cases, if you think they've improved, which I think personally, hell no, how the hell did they improve when it's people, you know, don't really feel satisfied with it? Do you think they should have kept it the same for competitive from Black Ops 2? As I said, let me know why you think they changed it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. I'll see you soon. If you want to see more Game Battles footage, I won't be posting on this channel. I'll be posting it on my Shaggy the Russia channel, which is going to be soon our team page. I'm going to change the name and layout and everything for it, because I don't really use that channel for anything really. So it's got 22,000 inactive subscribers, I suppose. But, you know, just check it out anyway. Link in the description for that. Subscribe for Game Battles footage from that. I'll be posting every match, no matter if we lose or win, I suppose. I'll be trying to recording everything live from our team voice, because unfortunately this was the only game that I did not record live. There's already a few matches that I've posted that we previously played throughout the 10 games on that channel, the sort of the main intense games that if you want to check out, if there's any sort of comebacks we've made. Oh crap, we've been doing it for 44 minutes now. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Shaggy, sign out. Good night. Peace. Yeah. Hey guys, Shaggy here, right here, yeah, welcome to episode 88 of GTA 5 Car Showcase series. In this episode, we're taking a closer look at the OB9F Cabrio Sports, which is the alternate version of the OB9F Sports, which we showcased earlier on in the series. I thought at first we've already showcased this car. It's one of my favorite sports cars in the game. Is one of